come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no more. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that coach slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in it.
The bell is tolling. Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan Coachman. This is Madden NFL Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Le'Veon Bell, fresh off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the New England Patriots. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the...
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots come out led by the 4-time Super Bowl MVP and owner of a record 6 Super Bowl rings. Arguably the greatest to ever play the game, Tom Brady. And we keep asking the same questions every year. How much longer can he keep doing this? Is this the year the dynasty crumbles? And every year Brady comes out and leads his team to the Super Bowl. They've been there now 3 years in a row, and only one team has made it 4. That's the Buffalo Bills. But remember, they lost all 4 in the early 90s. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
It's hard to know who exactly to feature when you do a Patriots game, but in this case, we're going with James White, the running back out of Wisconsin. Highest receiving and rushing totals in 2018, just under 1,200 yards. Remember a few seasons ago against Atlanta in the Super Bowl? He had an MVP-esque performance.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Now Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 3-yard line.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Caught here by Bell. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Darnold completes it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play. Leads to the 3rd down.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Patriots take over. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. The numbers for White a week ago, 22 carries, 86 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, there's no shortage of great. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. First down, here's White. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Marcus Cannon, the guilty party there. Brady gives this to White. And some room to roam now. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
A gain of 12 brings up second down at the 40-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Brady. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. That's good for 28 yards.
First and goal, New England.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Thinking nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Copeland leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Matt Lacoste, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Jonathan Jones on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
Darnold on 3rd down. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. The drive starts with a run by White, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Brady going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll run on 1st down. It's White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard
These two teams all tied after one.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Here's Brady to throw. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. Brady to his old reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a 1st down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Brady going to throw. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a carry for White. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Darnold now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. He got a hand in there to break that one up. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Darnold. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Shotgun now for Brady. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. So first and 10 now from the 30. Darnold from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go. Let's go.
They run the counter. It's Cannon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Devin McCourty brings him down. On second down, this is Cannon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Eric Tomlinson, the intended target, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love?
4 verts.
4 verts. All of it.
And it's a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one, because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Quinnen Williams in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Week 7 in the NFL wrapping up tonight. Not too early to look ahead to Week 8. Already the halfway point of the season. My goodness. But we started out with a good one. In the NFC, Washington taking on Minnesota from U.S. Bank Stadium. Kickoff scheduled for 8:20 Eastern, 7:20 local there in the Twin Cities. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Bell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 38.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Powell. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Darnold, his throw incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Darnold hitting his tight end, Herndon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. On first down, Brady. It's complete. James White. And now past another. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Brady. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. Brady now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Watson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have retaken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and it's now 17-14. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
This one caught by Crowder. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Caught here by Bell. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Open man is Anderson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Catanzaro's kick is good, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play The field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, Bell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now, it's Powell. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
All right, we shift our attention now to Benjamin Watson. And we roll the highlights of the game he's had. You know, when we talk about wide receivers and how you shut them down, what about when you have a tight end like this having a game? How do you stop him defensively?
It really changes what you're trying to do because defensively you're worried more about the wideouts. Okay, how are we going to cover them? The running backs, how are you going to shut them down? But the tight end is that elusive, unique player. Linebacker cover him, cornerback cover him, safety covering him. Always has the advantage. Usually has final answer against anyone who tries to defend them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Brady will try again on 2nd down. Complete to Dorsett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go with White on the counter. And an alley to run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Dorsett's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there. He did exactly that.
Now Brady. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's White. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Complete to Watson, the tight end. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Come on, D!
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. They'll go again with Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's Brady to throw. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Brady now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Second and 4.
Off the draw, here's Michel. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over first and 10.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here, you're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a one-possession lead, looking to expand that now. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Gostkowski for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Patriots 27.
They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he's probably wondering, how do I get that mojo back from the first half that he seems to have lost a little bit here in the third quarter?
And every guy has his whisperer on the team. You know, that one guy who can say things to him that other people can't. Right now, he's looking for that guy to kind of, hey, we're good. We're good. One interception. Just get it back. Get back to being who you are. And this team will be okay.
Yeah, because they led at halftime, trailing now. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. Darnold now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Bell. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Mike 51, Mike 51. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 24, Darnold. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Bell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold.
And the big fella stuffed that one up.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It's John Simon with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Patriots to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. They stay on the ground with White.
The ball carried by number 28.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
At their own 15-yard line.
Push him back.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Goes underneath for Bell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
That's good for a Jet first down.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Darnold. This one to Deontay Thompson, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold, he's able to hit Joshua Bellamy. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going with their tight end on 4th. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And now another one thrown incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Darnold now to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down.
That's another Jet 1st down.
On 1st down, Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
We got 3.
Again, Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it, to throw it underneath, a short pass like that? But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Good footwork at the 30. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now it's Darnold. Anunwa's got it, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Darnold. Looking left sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. This is Bell on the dump-off. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And here we go on 4th. Darnold And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. One last throw now for Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Pats, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.